My teacher, Doug Duncan, said that the true test of how clear one was if one could maintain one's stability of mind in a war zone. And I feel I've been able to test that hypothesis over the past 4 years working in the public schools. I started teaching mindfulness to kids in schools after taking an online course with Dr. Amy Saltzman, director of the National Mindfulness and Education Network, which promotes this kind of work with kids in schools. I also observed her teaching a 7-week workshop with tweens and was really inspired by her work. Here at Helms, over 90% of the students are Latino. I have a minor in Spanish and work with the English learners here at Helms. As far as the meditation is concerned, I spent 10 years living in Kyoto, Japan, working with my principal meditation teacher, Doug Duncan.
Being a teacher here at Helms, it's rewarding, but it's also very challenging.
My father's death. He died when I was 5. He got shot on the street.
I smelled rubber and felt broken glass in my hand. I tasted blood in my mouth.
There's been a lot of things where I had to manage my stress because, a lot of challenging students, they would say really things that you just would not expect to hear, especially to, when I was a kid, I would never say the things that kids say to me.
And it's just kind of hard for me to focus.
Allowing yourselves to just settle in.
Miss Bean taught me the whole mindful minute, and it really helped me just get centered and enjoy the moment, because the profession really focuses on getting in the moment, doing well in the moment, and really staying in that zone so you can do your best for the students.
It's extremely important for both students and teachers to practice mindfulness. They're constantly reading me, my energy, where I'm at. When they feel that I'm relaxed, they can relax. Really, only half of what students get from us is the curriculum. That the other half is our mind state, the energy that we present in the classroom, and that we are like a tuning fork for students. Noticing your feet rooted in the floor. If kids are not, if they're stressed out, they're hyped up, they're not in a position where they can learn.
It helped me when I'm mad to calm, and when I'm not paying attention in class to concentrate.
The mindfulness calms them down and prepares them for learning and for sharing from their heart. Maybe as a community we could take a few breaths together. So, breathing in.
It helps me not get too angry with people. It just helps me calm down.
Miss Bean often brings her classes here to the library to work on school projects, and I've definitely noticed a difference in the students' behavior.
It is difficult to know what to do with so much happiness. With sadness, there is something to rub against. I began writing poetry as a way to deal with a lot of the negative self-talk. It's been a very authentic journey for me. Brought me great joy and a feeling of power. As an English teacher introducing mindfulness, I immediately felt the desire to share such a pure experience of poetry with my students and use it as a jumping-off place for their own creative writing. I've been developing this curriculum combining pop songs, poetry, and rap as complements to mindfulness practice and models for students to emulate over the past 4 years. Presenting kids with poems that are very heartfelt, they have a place where their emotional lives are welcome at school.
I learned to speak from my heart and to write.
The poems develop their emotional intelligence and create a more healthy, collaborative classroom environment.
And it's difficult to know what to do with so much happiness.
It's also a wonderful way to combine both mindfulness practice and social emotional learning with reading and writing, which is what I feel is so exciting about it and why it can be so effective and relevant in schools.
I learned it from Ms. Bean. She inspired me to write a poem myself.
The sniff of my friend's perfume when we hug each other, the sound of our kisses. Have you reckoned how lucky you are to have people around you who love you?
The title is Feel the Air. Before you know what kindness really is, you must lose things. Feel the fresh air on your face. To learn to be mindful, you should take deep breaths. You must breathe in.
Only kindness that raises its head from the crowd to the world to say, "It is I you have been looking for," and then goes with you everywhere like a shadow or a friend.
So look within yourself when times are blue, because happiness lives inside of you.